today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
My mom is a party mom.
She was a homemaker.
You are not my mom, and I want my mom back.
I've always acted like the life of the party to hide something that you and the boys don't know about.
So what are you hiding?
Now she's divorced.
I'm exhausted from my ex-wife's behavior.
How many DUIs do you have?
2, and I'm sure the 3rd is coming.
With a criminal record.
100 miles an hour with the cops chasing her. Slammed into a wall, neck broken, ribs broken, back broken.
It's enough to drive anybody crazy.
You're saying I'm not sure why they have the opinion of me being a party girl?
I love my whiskey.
Jack and Diet, please.
Maybe it's because you're a party girl. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
I try to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Michelle is a divorcee who says she enjoys living the single life. Going out with friends, dating different guys, singing 80s music with a friend's band in a local bar, and just having a good old time. But Michelle's daughter, Courtney, is singing a different tune. She calls her mom a selfish and irresponsible party girl who puts alcohol and men before her own children. Now, Courtney says her mother's drinking and driving have not only resulted in several DUIs, but also a horrific crash that almost killed her last year. Now, according to news reports, Michelle led police on a high-speed chase after a night out on the town. She was trying to avoid a DUI checkpoint. They say Michelle sped through a stoplight, collided with a temporary railing at a construction site, launched over a bulldozer, and slammed into a block wall, landing upside down in her car.
Last spring, my mom was in a serious car accident. At about 2 a.m., I got a call that my mom was in ICU. She was driving and hit a road closure and flipped her car. My mom broke her arms, ribs, shattered her pelvis. She displaced her vertebrae and even punctured organs. Looking at pictures of the accident, it was the most horrific scene I've ever seen. When I went to the hospital the next day, I went in and I grabbed her hand, and she knew it was me. That was the hardest moment in my life. After the accident, my mom promised that she would never drink again. But the day after my mom was out of the hospital, she was right back out on the town again. I feel like my mom definitely has a second chance at life. She's just careless about it.
Well, Courtney claims the day after she got out, her mother went back to her old behavior. So, what did Courtney do? Well, she called me after giving her mother this ultimatum. You either agree to see Dr. Phil, or I'm done. This relationship is over. Take a look.
My mom is a party mom. When my parents were married, my mom never went out. I never saw her drink. After the divorce, my mom just seemed like a completely different person. My mom turned to drinking, going out, and making really irresponsible decisions.
Hi, Jack and Diet, please.
Jack and Diet.
My mom has been charged with 3 DUIs. She used to be my best friend, and now she just comes and goes when she pleases. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I gave my mom an ultimatum. You go to Dr. Phil and get his help, or I can't have a relationship with you. I feel like my mom's just partying her own way to her funeral.
Okay, Courtney, this is not the way it's always been, right?
No, not at all.
Because you were saying that she was your best friend. You guys were thick as thieves early on, right?
Yes.
So why do you think this has taken such a turn?
I really don't understand, and I think that's why I'm just having a hard time, because I don't know where this is coming from, and I don't know why she's doing this.
When was the divorce?
6 years ago.
And when did this start?
I started noticing it shortly after, and then it's just gotten worse over time.
Well, was that a trigger? I mean, did she say, okay, second life, second chance, second arc, I'm going to go out and...
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely what it seemed like.
The accident did not get through to her, right? 5 months in the hospital. She got up to 100 miles an hour. She's drunk. She gets up to 100 miles an hour with the cops chasing her. When you saw her in the hospital, how did you feel?
I felt horrible. She was basically dead. I didn't know how to feel. I thought her life was over. I thought I was going to be planning a funeral. I didn't even know how to feel. I was just lost.
What were you saying to yourself in that moment?
In that moment, I really wasn't upset at her anymore. I just wanted my mom back. I just felt like I was in a nightmare.
Her legs were broken. Her pelvis was broken. 6 ribs were broken. Arms were, everything was broken.
Yeah.
Her neck was broken.
Yeah, every doctor didn't know how she was alive. I went to pick up her belongings from her car. They said, I'm sorry for your loss. And I'm like, she's alive. And the lady said that's the worst car she's ever seen, ever, out of years of working there. And she couldn't believe she was alive.
What do you think about the fact that she went through that? Neck broken, ribs broken, back broken, pelvis broken, legs broken, everything broken. The day after she gets out, she goes out and starts partying again. What did you say to yourself then?
I was shocked at first, because I honestly, it wouldn't have surprised me if she started to fall back into her old lifestyle, because I just saw it coming. But the day after was a little extreme. I thought she would at least try to heal, I guess.
Did you think about she did it after what she put you through? You stood there holding your mother's hand thinking, this woman is dead. She has killed herself and left me and my brother and sister alone in this world. And you felt horrible, you felt alone, you felt scared. And she got out and started doing it again.
I don't really think of it that way, because I'm so used to kind of being the parent that I always feel bad and that I'm always trying to help. So I don't think of it for myself. And now I finally am, and I think that's why I'm here. It's why it's affecting me and my brothers so much.
Well, Courtney's mother, Michelle, says her daughter has it all wrong. Michelle says after her divorce, her children just moved on with their lives without her. So she says by default, she turned to her friends and she's living the single, carefree life. Really? So she's the victim in all this. We'll let her explain when we come back, because she's here.
I love to entertain. I like to go out. I love my whiskey. I love Taco Tuesday and Wine Wednesday and Thirsty Thursday. It just got out of control.
And later,
I'm tired of watching this. It's out of control.
I'm sorry? I walked up to that front porch and I looked in there to pictures you hadn't even taken off the wall. That house was as if the day I left it.
Monday, she's living in a house her parents own.
but you're not paying rent?
They say she's a lazy, lying mooch.
It's not taken care of. I mowed the lawn.
How many times did I come out and give you water?
You stuck your head out the window and said, quit making so much noise. I'm trying to sleep.
If you're gonna sit here and make up stories, you're the one telling lies. I'm not listening.
You want to come in here with a pissy attitude? Who the hell do you think you are?
Then on Tuesday.
My son is so violent. I sleep with a loaded shotgun.
I'm tired of this! Did you try to run your girlfriend over with a car?
No, sir.
What are you doing running your car through a fence?
All new Dr. Phil, Tuesday.
My mom's life is out of control. All I see that she's doing is going out and living in hotels. She has had so many different jobs, so many different places that she's lived. I can't even keep up. My mother's irresponsible and selfish behaviors are driving me mentally and emotionally insane. I'm tired of feeling like the parent all the time. It's not fair.
Now, while Michelle admits she loves drinking Jack Daniels and singing with her friend's 80s band, she denies abandoning her children. In fact, she claims Courtney abandoned her.
I have been called the life of the party. I love to entertain. I like to go out and we do karaoke, and I was even in a band and sang. I love meeting new people. I love my whiskey. I just have fun. My relationship with the kids has grown really distant. When I asked Danny 6 years ago for the divorce, he told me that he was keeping the house. I agreed. I wanted the kids to have at least one stable place. Financially, I've never been in the position to have a place for my kids to call home. I've been in 5 or 6 places in 6 years. I would go home to this empty apartment, and I was used to the hustle and bustle of my kids. In lieu of that, I go out and do things so I don't have to think about that. Ever since the divorce, I've felt like I've watched the kids grow and their lives go on from a distance. I think that's when it started, trying to numb myself with my Taco Tuesday and then Wine Wednesday and Thirsty Thursday, and it just got out of control.
Well, you know what? We recently followed Michelle while she enjoyed a night out on the town. Take a look.
I worked really hard during the week, so when it's time to go and meet up with friends and have a good time, it's fun.
Okay, I am Ubering just in case we drink tonight. I did get my license taken away. If I want to get an unrestricted license, I would have to get an ignition interlock device. I never thought that I would have to blow into a device to get my car to start. All right. Hey, girl. How are you?
How are you?
Hi, Jack and Diet, please.
Jack and Diet? And I know a lot of my and family probably think that I'm just off, but very often it's just relaxing with a couple girlfriends. The problem with that is it doesn't always stop there. Oh my God, look it up online. It is so funny.
I love my Jack Daniels. My friends see shirts that say something about whiskey, and it's like, oh, Michelle.
Try to do a drink and then a water and a drink and a water. The problem is when someone's celebrating something, those shots start going. I don't say peer pressure, but it's like, it's just time to have a good time.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Okay, Michelle, I'm glad to meet you. She says she feels you chose to become single again. Not a single mom, just single. And that she feels very much like you left her and the kids in your rearview mirror. You say different.
I want to correct right off the bat that I don't think I'm a victim in this at all. I just felt like from the beginning that their lives were all going on. It was like more painful to see them than to not see them at all, because it just stirred up so many emotions.
It was more painful to see your children than to not see them? I'm looking at these pictures here. You don't look unhappy.
My entire life has always been smoke and mirrors.
I've always been the life of the party, Courtney. I've always acted like that to hide something completely bigger that you and the boys don't know about.
Where did everybody go the day I got out of the hospital? Everybody jokes where I was that night. Drinking water, by the way. Drinking water.
Where were they when you were in the hospital?
They
Where
were
were they?
visiting.
Where were they when I was signing those papers to keep you alive? Where were they when I was holding your hand, visiting you almost every single day? So don't tell me that these people are your friends and that they're good people, because I don't know any of them.
They were told not to come. They don't know me. They don't know me.
And they're
They
not
know the
good for you.
Michelle
Friends
on
that
those
encourage
pictures.
you to drink and go out and party and leave your kids aren't your friends or aren't people you need to be around.
Exactly.
Well, Michelle's ex-husband Andy is here and says she can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out of his and their children's lives because no one wants to deal with the craziness anymore. We're going to find out what he means by that when we come back.
Michelle is definitely abusing alcohol. I got a call that Michelle had been pulled over for a DUI. I was scared to death. My kids were supposed to be with her. My kids have made a comment that the next call that they get about their mom is that she's going to be dead.
And later,
Nobody sets out to be an alcoholic.
You right now are not my mom, and I want my mom back.
My mom says I have a mental disorder.
you've been self-medicating with alcohol because your dream got ripped from you. You were accused of planting drugs in this woman's car, did you?
No.
But they did find your DNA on the pills. You say he tried to gouge your eye out.
Gouge your eye? I don't try and hurt you. I just try and stop you from doing anything to me.
She's charging you like a bull, is that what you're saying? And you're having to take her down?
Yes. Plus.
Your children have been removed from the home.
I'm in Hollywood right now, so how can I worry about my children?
Families in crisis.
I've been worried about your children.
Why don't you take them then, you old witch?
I feel like I care about your kids more than you do.
Off before I hit you on stage.
Can I move my seat, Dr. Phil?
Yeah, actually sit her next to my hypocritical mother.
My ex-husband, Andy, would say that I'm extremely frivolous with money. But I think a huge part of that is because I was suffering from depression during our marriage. I went on crazy manic shopping sprees. Sometimes it would be things I didn't even need. It was just so excessive.
Now, Michelle's ex-husband, Andy, says there were problems years before the divorce and her current party lifestyle began. Take a look.
I'm tired and exhausted from my ex-wife's behavior. Michelle and I were married for over 17 years. A few years into our marriage, Michelle started hiding bills. Michelle ended up spending $10,000 in credit cards and putting them in my name. The second time, Michelle charged up $20,000. The third time, Michelle had charged $30,000. The last time, Michelle charged up $60,000 worth of credit cards. I flipped out. I broke 2 doors. I lost it. To this day, I'm still not sure where the money went. If it went to paying a friend, loaning people money, drugs, gambling. Michelle is definitely abusing alcohol. One time, I got a call from a highway patrol officer that Michelle had been pulled over for a DUI. I was scared to death because at that time, my kids were supposed to be with her. My greatest fear is that Michelle will end up in jail or dead. My kids have made a comment that the next call that they get about their mom is that she's gonna be dead. I'm afraid for my kids to learn that news.
Andy, thanks for being here. You're concerned about the children in this, right?
Yes.
And the impact of all of this on them.
Yeah, it's hard seeing my kids struggle. It's heartbreaking. I'm tired of watching this, and I'm tired of seeing that. Michelle, it's out of control.
I'm welcome over your house anytime to visit our kids.
I have come home, and she had been there a couple times, and I was fine with that.
I'm sorry? I walked up to that front porch, and I looked in there to pictures you hadn't even taken off the wall, Andy. It was decorated, flower arrangements. That house was as if the day I left it. And I looked in there, and it was like the 4 of you were all going on with your life, and I just died. I was not welcome at that house, and don't act like I was.
Who got the divorce?
I did. I did. And that's part of my struggle, is it's like, okay, I have this haunting voice. Michelle, you put yourself in this situation. Deal with it, sister.
That's pretty good advice. You got what you wanted, right?
No. I didn't. I wanted to let you out of your misery. And I don't know where in my stupid pea brain I thought that I would be able to get the help by myself. And obviously that's not the case.
I'm sorry, but that's a cop-out. If you wanted the help, we could have got the help.
We did. We went to a counselor. So we got help from Michelle, and every time they turned the table to Andy, because it's clearly a two-way street as far as the whole marriage problem, not just me, what happened every time, Andy? The counselor was some no-good SOB, and we had to start over. I told you about suicidal thoughts. I told you about sitting in our garage with the hose and the muffler of the van, and you're like, okay, so what? We're gonna go get counseling, and what, you're gonna take a little happy pill, Michelle? That was your response.
I've never said that. I'm sorry.
Well, Michelle says her partying lifestyle is not totally her fault. In fact, she says Andy and her children are partly to blame. In fact, I wrote it down. She says, I am the person I am out of necessity. I want to know what she means by that after the break.
I don't know what Dad has told you guys.
You're saying I'm not sure why they have the opinion of me being a party girl? Maybe it's because you're a party girl.
Michelle has been acting like a teenager. If you're a mother of 3 kids, you're a grandma. You need to be living a life that's respectable, not out partying and drinking.
I'm not what my ex-husband has told my kids that I am. I am not a drunk. I'm not out reliving my 20s. I think I'm just trying to figure it out in the wrong way. I'm not gonna lie.
My children need a mom. They need their mom.
Well, Courtney says her relationship with her mother, Michelle, has been strained since Michelle divorced her dad, Andy. She claims Michelle went from being a loving mom to a party girl who traded in her 3 children for the single life. Now, Michelle admits that her love of whiskey, bars, and lounges has resulted in DUIs and a horrific car crash that just nearly killed her. Now, you say you're not a drunk. How many DUIs do you have?
2, and I'm sure the 3rd is coming.
For the crash. I wrote down some of the things you say because you seem to be more interested in defending what you're doing than changing what you're doing. You said the problem is when someone has a party, the shots start going, and I don't want to say peer pressure, it's just time to have a good time. It was like I died and the children moved on with their happy lives without me. I think I used partying to numb the fact that I couldn't be with my kids. There's a huge elephant in the room. I'm not sure what their dad has told them about me.
My dad could say a lot about my mom. He could say a lot. But you know what he says? Nice things. She kills herself in an accident because she's drinking and driving again, and he's like, let's go down there, let's support your mom, we need to be there, this is important. He has only said good things about her. My dad has never said anything bad about my mom to me, ever.
I don't know what Dad has told you guys.
You're saying I'm not sure why they have the opinion of me being a party girl? Maybe it's because you're a party girl.
Yeah.
Could that be?
No, totally.
Let's look at the pattern of behavior with alcohol according to your family. Car wreck, DUIs, you failed to pick up the children for visitation, you've left the children alone at night, you've missed moments in the children's lives like prom, pageants, athletic games, you spent money on frivolous items, clothes, makeup, shoes, alcohol, constant partying at bars, concerts, various boyfriends, always tagged in bar photos on social media. This is what they've told me they see.
Okay,
you
well,
want to know
can
why?
I correct a few things?
No, you can't, because it doesn't matter who's right. I'm telling you what their perception is. Really, you want to get an attitude and defend that?
No, there's no defending that at all.
Which ones you want me to cross off?
It doesn't matter. None of that matters. It's all enough to drive anybody crazy. So I own that. And that's why I'm here.
And that's why I'm here.
I
That's
know.
why I wrote an email because that's not my mom. You right now are not my mom. And I want my mom back.
Nobody sets out to be an alcoholic. This is not the mom I want to be. It's not even the Michelle that I want to be.
So what are you hiding?
I just wish I would have died in that accident. I wish I would have died the 3 more times that I thought about it since then. I just can't get a rein on these feelings.
So you want to change all this?
God, yes.
Well, so we'll see. We'll be right back.
Monday on an all-new Dr. Phil. They say their daughter's a lazy mooch.
You're not paying rent?
I mowed the lawn. You said quit making noise. I'm trying to sleep. I did not.
Who the hell do you think you are?
That's Monday.
This is a long-standing pattern of self-destructive and self-defeating behavior. Would you agree?
Totally.
I mean, right now, you're doing it with alcohol, but you've done it before with spending. You tend to live in the extremes of the continuum, right?
Yeah.
You're either woo, or you're
in bed,
down in the dumps, and everything's about excess. So what we need to do is recognize that you're overwhelmed. You don't have the coping skills to deal with what you're facing, and you don't have the objectivity to recognize what it is. Meet Deanna Jordan, sitting right here. Say hi, Deanna.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
She's the clinical director of New Method Wellness. And now you talk about a top drawer program that specializes in treatment of addiction and trauma. You need somebody to stop judging you and help you. And that's what I want to do. And so I asked Deanna to come here because let me tell you, these guys are good at this. Deanna, you can help this woman, right?
Michelle, I just want to tell you, I think you deserve so much more. I think no one's told you that in a long time, that you deserve so much more out of life than what you're doing. You're looking for an outside thing to fix your inside problem. And we want to help you with the inside.
They're worth it, you're worth it, and there's no time like the present. So we're going to stop this. I'm going to have you go back and sit down with her and look at me. You need to put yourself at the top of the priority list right now. And I'm going to tell you something, in a very short period of time, your world is going to look a good deal different to you. You got more to work with than you could even imagine. Were you willing to put in the effort to do it?
Yeah.
Take this help, okay?
Coming up, the shocker that brought this single mom to tears. That's next. Do you need Dr. Phil's help? Text Phil to 88500 and share your story for a chance to appear on the show. Standard message and data rates may apply.
Well, Mother's Day is just a few days away, and our drphil.com mailbox has been flooded with videos from desperate young moms asking for help. Take a look.
Look at that face, it's a mess. My son is constantly a mess, and I can't carry a huge thing of wipes around everywhere I go.
Where are the wipes?
Do you have a boo-boo?
Kids are always falling, getting injuries, boo-boos. I need something that I can take with me wherever I go.
Mom, I need tissue. My son always has a runny nose, and I never have any tissues there when I need them. How many my buggies?
My diaper bag is a mess. My kids are calling my name and I can't get to them fast enough. Help!
Mom, I need help.
Well, reinforcements are on the way. Besides being a businesswoman and running a charity organization, Robin has a creative streak and an incredible way of visualizing her goals. She created her lifestyle brand, Robin McGraw Revelation, which started with a skincare line, and now she's branched off with a brand called Me Oh My.
Our grandbabies have been a huge inspiration for all of these products and for my entire Me Oh My line. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I have to tell you, it is no accident that MOM is an acronym for Me Oh My. And I think moms in the tape piece could have used handy candy for all those little sticky fingers. And when they skin their little knees, we use these owie meowie and doggone it bandages.
You know, they actually let me put these on because they've got the dogs on them and the cats on them.
You know, one other thing I saw in the little tape piece, which happens all the time with little ones, their little noses get runny. So I created Nosy Cozy. So I think Nosy Cozy, Handy Candy, and all of the little bandages would have been perfect for them.
Perfect.
We've got some really fun items coming up. So one I'm really excited about and inspired by Avery. She's always wanting to wear my readers, my reading glasses. So the next one out is I See You Too readers. I had to find Avery a pair of glasses that look like mine, but were just plastic. So we've created readers for mom, grandma, or whoever, and they're mini. And they look just alike, but they're fun and whimsical.
Yeah,
and
because they like to wear what moms wear.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I didn't leave out the dads or the granddads or whatever, so we have them for the men and their little boys.
Yeah.
And with Mother's Day approaching, I want to help a deserving mom feel really special. So when I read a letter from a young woman about her mother, I just had to share it with everyone here.
Okay, here's some of the letter. Dear Dr. Phil and Robin, my name is Sarah, and I'm 18 years old. I'm writing on behalf of my mother, also named Sarah. She has been raising my two brothers and me for 9 years completely on her own. She works so much just to make ends meet that it's hard for us to spend any time with her.
I'm a single mom of 3 children.
My mom's doing everything on her own.
I've been a nurse and studying for the past 15 years. I tend to 6 to 11 patients a day, and it can be very emotionally draining. My work is definitely like my 4th child. I can work easily over 60 hours a week.
My mom works about a 9 to 10 hour day, and even after she comes home from that, she has to take my brothers to practice, make food for us, on top of any other errands like groceries. She'll have to go late at night in order to do that. She's already exhausted.
People ask, how do you do it? And I'm tired. That's how I do it, tired. What else did you do with your day?
Nothing much, just hung out.
My life is definitely a financial struggle with sports, their schooling, 3 of them at the same time in college. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I do plan to continue my education and get my bachelor's of science in nursing, but I want my kids to finish first. They come first.
She works so hard for all of us, and it's been so great.
Besides finishing college, my other dream is to take a trip without my kids with girlfriends and just be girls, be women, just have fun. But I think that's more of a fantasy than a dream.
So you are a busy mom.
I'm a very busy mom.
Were you surprised that a letter was written on your behalf?
Not surprised that my daughter has a huge heart, but yes, surprised.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's the hardest thing about being a mom and taking care of 3, doing all the things that you're doing?
Logistics. Can't be in 3 places, and 4 places, really, because
Yeah.
I have to work at once.
So you're constantly running around, taking care of all the children, and trying to take care of yourself and hold down a full-time job.
Yes, it's a juggling act.
Yeah.
Wow. Of course, that's totally the life of a mother and a woman. So tell us, who did you bring with you here today?
I brought my daughter and my 2 best friends, Michelle and Nikki.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Well, you have a beautiful daughter, and so sweet of her to have written that letter on your behalf.
Yeah. What made you decide to write in?
Well, my mom, she just works so hard for all of us, and it takes up all of her time. She just really needs to relax and have a chance to enjoy her life.
we agree with your daughter. So we're going to send you on a tropical vacation for some very well-deserved R&R.
Right.
You will be our guest at the 5-star Iberostar Playa Mita in Punta Mita, Mexico for a 5-night, 6-day, all-inclusive tropical vacation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Sarah said it would be her dream to go on a trip with her 2 best friends. So we're sending her BFFs with her as well to Mexico.
All right. So you guys are going to go with her, okay?
Yes. You can't go without the girlfriends. I want to make your life a little easier and give you and your friends all the Me Oh My products.
Okay.
So you're taking them all. And I have to say, they are TSA approved, and also that soft packaging that I had in mind when I created them is great for traveling. So, ladies, you need to pack some of that lippy lovey lip balm and some of that flossy glossy and a lot of the kissy permissy, just in case.
You never know.
You never know. I didn't forget everyone here in the audience. So not only are they going home with all the Me Oh My products, everyone here as well going home with all of them. Enjoy.
All of these products are available on the website, robinmcgrawrevelation.com. And you can log on to drphil.com and robinmcgrawrevelation.com for your chance to receive a special Mother's Day free giveaway as well. Do not go away. There is a huge surprise coming up right after the break. We can't do this show without you, our studio audience.
If you are going to be in the Los Angeles area and you would like free tickets, go to drphil.com and click on Be in the Audience.
Because we have a lot of fun here, don't we?
Or you can call 323-461-PHIL. That's 323-461-7445.
Well, we are back, and we just gave Sarah a tropical vacation because she needs a break. She's earned a break. She deserved a break. And we wanted to honor a mother. So that's what we want you to do, and you got to really take full advantage of that. And also, all of the Me Oh My products that she wants to put in her suitcase, because she made those TSA approved.
That's right. We know that times have been tough on Sarah as a single working mom. And so Landing Club is known for offering access to loans. But in this case, they'd like to help out by giving her this check for $10,000.
Okay, we are so proud to have partnered with Lending Club across the years. So Lending Club, thank you guys again.
Thank you.
I want to thank all of our guests today, especially Dayna Jordan, Clinical Director of New Method Wellness. Oh, and we've got one more thing. When we introduced the Me Oh My products recently, everyone was asking, what was that song that was playing during the giveaways to the audience, and who was singing it? It created a buzz, I'll tell you for sure.
That's right. It's called Love is in the Air. And when I heard it, I absolutely loved it. And I thought, oh, it's so fun and so fitting for the Me Oh My products.
And as a special Mother's Day's treat, we invited the artist here to perform the entire song. So here to perform Love is in the Air is Kato and the Ellis Ellis. Give them some energy.
Stranger to heartbreak, you never hear what they say about the gameplay. Well, when it happens to you, right? Welcome to the club, club, club. Love is in the air. Love is in the air. We just don't care. The love is in the air. Love ain't always made of champagne and cake, but it's okay. Look at the mess that we made. But don't it taste great, great, great? Love is in the air. Love is in the air. We don't play fair. When love is in the air. Just being honest, I'm down and out. I think I lost it. So pour around so we could drink, drink, drink it up. Drink to love and have a good time. I just wanna have a good time. I got work tomorrow, but it's alright. Gotta get to go so we could drink, drink, drink it up. Drink to love and have a good time. A good, good time. Waiting on forever for you till my glass is gone. Maybe I'm just a dreamer. Liquid courage make me stronger. Love is in the air. Love is in the air. Love is in the air. I just wanna have a good time. I got work tomorrow, but it's alright. Gotta get to go so we could drink, drink, drink it up. Drink to love and have a good time. A good, good time tonight.
As of today, Love is in the Air is available on iTunes, Spotify, and other digital retailers.
And there's also a copy of the song in everyone's Me Oh My gift bag.
Happy Mother's Day. We'll see you next time.
We just don't
Bounce, bounce, all the girlies bounce. Take 'em to my house, turn the party out. Bounce, 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 all the girlies bounce. Take 'em to my house, turn the party out.
You warned me 1,000 times. Memories can kill ya, but I didn't hear ya. I thought that I could fly, but woke up on the asphalt. I swear there was still a storm. I've always been naive. Call it